Greetings, incredible LTDE 3301 students. Welcome to Module Week 2 of Foundations of Learning Technology and Design. This module is entitled Creating Student-Centered Differentiated Learning Experiences. Let's begin by exploring the learning resources for this module. This week, you will have the opportunity to formulate strategies for creating student-centered, differentiated learning experiences using authentic assessment pieces. You will explore authentic assessment strategies and the ways in which authentic tasks and outcomes improve teaching and learning. As learners are creating authentic assessment pieces, they operate from a position of greater empowerment, becoming creators of their own learning experiences rather than simply passively engaging as consumers of information. You will also, within this module, continue to enhance your unit of instruction by incorporating authentic assessment strategies that align with the specific goals and objectives targeted within your unit. The module objectives for this week include looking at various methodologies of instructional design, as well as formulating strategies for student-centered differentiated learning experiences through authentic assessment pieces. You'll want to carefully explore this journal article, which is entitled The Case for Authentic Assessment. And you'll also want to view the videos that are available this week, including Rethinking Learning, the 21st Century Learner, and Authentic Assessment at Schools of the Future. Let's now explore the Module Week 2 assignments. In Discussion Board Form 2, you will have the opportunity to share the unit plan you're building in this class with your fellow classmates. For the initial post in this discussion board forum, there is no required word count, as you will simply be sharing the draft that you have created using the Stage 1 template. So again, in this discussion board forum, you'll simply be sharing your draft unit plan, which is only Stage 1 at this point in the course. The goal for sharing your unit plan with your classmates is to provide them with the opportunity to give you feedback as you're designing this unit plan. It is so important that the artifacts of learning that you design as a student not be viewed only by me as your professor. In fact, they should be viewed by an audience beyond your professor only, because it's important that your classmates and others be able to give you feedback that you can utilize as you are creating the most effective unit you possibly can create. And so you'll want to share your unit with classmates so that they can review your unit and provide feedback through answering these questions. What are the most effective elements of this plan? What enhancements might make this plan even more effective? For example, what should be added? What could be removed? Are there any additional suggestions for improvement? This is an excellent opportunity to provide constructive feedback to classmates in order that you and others in the course can take this feedback and utilize it as a means of creating the most effective unit plan possible. So please thoughtfully engage in this discussion board forum. As you do so, your feedback will be a blessing to your fellow classmates, just as their feedback will be a blessing to you. Please be sure that you submit your initial post by Thursday of Module Week 2 and your 2 replies by Sunday of Module Week 2. This week, you'll also be focusing upon Stage 2 of your unit plan. In Stage 2, you will be designing authentic assessment endeavors. You will be designing assessment evidence that shows that students who are engaged in this unit know and are able to do what is required for success in this particular unit. And so as you can see, our exemplar unit plan provides an excellent performance task. And here's the task. Design an organism that can survive in a designated enclosure at the Houston Zoo. Develop a budget for producing this organism and produce a convincing argument that will encourage the zoo to include your organism. This task includes goals, roles, and an audience. This is a performance task that is actually tied to real-world endeavors. This is a beautiful, authentic assessment example because it includes the student performing in some way that applies to real life and demonstrates that they know and are able to do what is required for success in this particular unit. You see that there are also other evidences of success in this unit. For example, formal assessments, ongoing short answer, spot check, and written pre or post assessments. And then there's a summative assessment. The student will independently create an organism that can survive and function in a given ecosystem, with the goal being to convince zookeepers to house their organism in exhibits. And students will use their created organisms to teach younger grades about adaptations of living things and how organisms get their needs met to survive in habits. The goal for this stage is an authentic assessment piece, as well as other evidences of students having acquired the knowledge and skills needed for success in this particular unit. And so again, this unit focuses on beginning with the end in mind. Last week, you thought carefully about goals and essential questions and desired understandings and knowledge and skills to be acquired as a result of the unit. Now, this week, you're designing an authentic assessment piece or multiple authentic assessment pieces that actually allow students to demonstrate that they have acquired the knowledge and skills needed for success in this unit. If you have questions about this, please don't hesitate to reach out in order that I can support you in answering those questions. This is a very important component of this unit, and you want to carefully design an authentic assessment piece that is tied to real-world learning endeavors that actually apply to real life. You will be using the same template that you used for stage 1 in module week 1. So you'll basically be taking the template that you've already begun building, and you will continue adding to the unit within that template. So you'll want to use the same template from last week, and you'll want to simply add stage 2 to the template on which you have already begun building stage 1. You'll want to submit that here in this assignment submission area by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. module week 2. Again, please don't hesitate to reach out with questions or concerns. I'll look forward to seeing you online over the course of the week. God bless you.